Discover Canada Study Questions. For more practice, go to CanadianCitizenshipTestKit.com.
Which of these sets of numbers describes the size of the NAFTA trading bloc in 2008? A. 250 million people and over $10 billion in merchandise trade. B. 640 million people and over $100 trillion in merchandise trade. C. 444 million people and over $1 trillion in merchandise trade. D. 1 trillion people and over $1.5 trillion in merchandise trade. The correct answer is C. 444 million people and over $1 trillion in merchandise trade. Which of these is an example of a federal responsibility? A. Transportation. B. Property rights. C. Social and community health. D. Defense. The correct answer is D. Defense.
What are the three main objectives of the Official Languages Act? A. Equality of all languages in Parliament, maintain and support large language minority groups, and promote equality of English and French in Canadian society. B. Equality of English, French, and Aboriginal languages in Parliament, maintain and support all language minority groups, and promote equality of English and French in Canadian society. C. Equality of English and French everywhere in Canada, maintain official language minority groups, and promote equality of English and French around the world. D. Equality of English and French in Parliament, maintain and support official language minority groups, and support equality of English and French in Canadian society. The correct answer is D. Equality of English and French in Parliament, maintain and support official language minority groups, and promote equality of English and French in Canadian society.
Today, who may vote in Canadian elections? A. Everybody who is born in Canada and who is over the age of 18. B. Canadian citizens who are over the age of 18. C. Permanent residents and citizens who are over the age of 18. D. Everybody who lives in Canada and who is over the age of 18. The correct answer is B. Canadian citizens who are over the age of 18.
Where was Port Royal established? A. Acadia, present-day Prince Edward Island. B. Acadia, present-day New Brunswick. C. Acadia, present-day Nova Scotia. D. Acadia, present-day Quebec. The correct answer is C. Acadia, present-day Nova Scotia. When did Acadian culture die? A. In the early 1900s. B. Shortly after the Great Upheaval. C. Acadian culture is flourishing today. D. In the mid-1800s. The correct answer is C. Acadian culture is flourishing today. What are the years of the Korean War? A. 1950 to 1953. B. 1956 to 1959. C. 1953 to 1956. D. 1959 to 1962. The correct answer is A. 1950 to 1953. Which police forces have a process by which people can bring their concerns about the police to the attention of the police? A. This does not exist in Canada because it is not necessary. B. Almost all police forces. C. Only the RCMP. D. Some municipal police forces. The correct answer is B. Almost all police forces. How does Canadian law treat men and women? A. Men are expected to take care of the women and their family. B. Men and women are treated fairly, but differently. C. There are certain areas that favor men and certain areas that favor women. D. In Canada, men and women are equal under the law. The correct answer is D. In Canada, men and women are equal under the law.
In addition to appeal court and trial courts, what other types of provincial courts exist? A. Family courts, offense courts, and small claims courts. B. Family courts, traffic courts, and neighbor courts. C. Family courts, traffic courts, and small claims courts. D. Family courts, traffic courts, and municipal courts. The correct answer is C. Family courts, traffic courts, and small claims courts. What is the G8? A. The 8 largest countries by area in the world. B. A famous group of Canadian artists. C. A group of leading industrialized countries. D. The 8 largest countries by area in the Americas. The correct answer is C. A group of leading industrialized countries. In 2014, Russia was suspended from the group, so it reverted to being the G7, as it had been before Russia was added in 1997. Which of these best describes the responsibilities of the Cabinet? A. They control all of the money that government spends. B. They propose all new laws. C. They prepare the budget and propose most new laws. D. They must keep the House of Commons happy. The correct answer is C. They prepare the budget and propose most new laws. When an election is called, who does Elections Canada mail a voter information card to? A. Everybody over the age of 18 in Canada. B. Every citizen in Canada. C. Every person living in Canada. D. Everybody whose name is on the National Register of Electors. The correct answer is D. Everybody whose name is on the National Register of Electors. What were the years that the Acadians were deported from their homeland? A. 1904 to 1911. B. 1812 to 1818. C. 1705 to 1713. D. 1755 to 1763. The correct answer is D. 1755 to 1763. Why is volunteering a good idea? A. Volunteering is an excellent way to gain useful skills and develop friends and contacts. B. Volunteering is necessary in all Canadian schools, especially those that teach heritage languages. C. Volunteering is expected of all immigrants. D. Volunteering is an excellent way to earn some money and to pay taxes. The correct answer is A. Volunteering is an excellent way to gain useful skills and develop friends and contacts.
What is the capital city of Nova Scotia? A. Truro. B. Annapolis. C. Halifax. D. Antigonish. The correct answer is C. Halifax.
Who first suggested that Canada be given responsible government? A. Lord Pembroke. B. Lord Macdonald. C. Lord Durham. D. Lord Duncan. The correct answer is C. Lord Durham. When was the French version of Canada's national anthem first sung? A. 1967. B. 1867. C. 1905. D. 1880. The correct answer is D. 1880. What is the capital city of Ontario? A. Ottawa. B. Hamilton. C. Toronto. D. London. The correct answer is C. Toronto.
What happens during the second reading of a new bill? A. The bill receives royal assent after being passed by both houses. B. Members debate the bill's principles. C. Committee members study the bill clause by clause. D. Members can make other amendments. The correct answer is B. Members debate the bill's principles. Discover Canada study questions. For more practice, go to CanadianCitizenshipTestKit.com.